What's up, everybody? Now, for this video, this is going to be my top 5 horror franchises. Now, like, all these movies I love. So, basically, it's like best to bestest. Because I love each and every one of these films. So, even the one that's sort of in the bottom is still a great movie. Because these are just best to bestest, basically. So this is my top 5 horror franchises of all time. Now let's begin. Now, coming in at number 5, we have the Insidious franchise. Now, the Insidious franchise, they're great films. Like, even my least favorite in these films are just great. A lot of people hate Insidious the Last Key. I didn't mind the film. And besides, it should have made a little bit more in box office than what it did, because I actually enjoyed this film. Now, the Insidious franchise, James Wan, of course, he's the master at directing horror films and stuff. And so he only directed the first 2. I think he produced the last 2. He just produced the last 2. But he directed the first 2. And the first 2 is the best Insidious films. And my favorite's probably Insidious Chapter 2. I just love that film. But yeah, the first 2 is still the best. The first 2 is the best. The third one I thought was, not perfect, but it was pretty good. But it's probably my least favorite out of the Insidious movies. This one you learn about, they tell you about Elisa's childhood and what she went through and stuff, and it was cool. You learn about her backstory a little bit. And Insidious films always going to have a special place in my heart. I love these films. Coming in at number 4 is the Scream franchise. The Scream franchise. Now, Wes Craven, he's another master in horror. Because he comes up with the original stories, in his horror films. Like, Scream was original. A Nightmare on Elm Street was original. So, Wes Craven, he's a master at horror, which is rest in peace to Wes Craven. But yeah, I love all the Scream movies. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like, I don't even think there's a bad Scream movie in my opinion. A lot of people don't like Scream 3. I enjoy the film. I love it. I thought it was fun. I love all the Scream movies. I love all 4 of them. Now, coming in at my number 3 is the Conjuring universe. Now, I'm a diehard fan of the Conjuring universe. Like, I've seen almost all the Conjuring movies in the theater. I think the only one I really didn't see the only ones I didn't see in the theater was the first Conjuring and The Curse of La Llorona. But I love the first Conjuring. I remember when I first watched it, I just bought it on DVD like a lot of years back when it first came out on DVD, and I remember loving it. It was scary, it was creepy. And then I became a fan of this whole entire Conjuring universe. The original wasn't that great. Annabelle, like the original Annabelle, wasn't that great. Annabelle Creation, huge step up from the first Annabelle. Annabelle Comes Home, love that movie. A lot of people don't like it, but I actually enjoyed this film. I thought it was pretty fun. And then the original Conjuring, masterpiece. The Conjuring 2, a masterpiece. And I'm hoping that, the coronavirus is going around, but I'm hoping that the Conjuring 3 don't get pushed back, because I really want to see that movie. Really bad. And The Curse of La Llorona. I thought this movie was decent. The camera shots, it looked beautiful. Like, the camera shots were beautiful. But this just wasn't really a great movie. Curse of La Llorona. And then you got The Nun, which is I thought The Nun was decent. You know, it was way better than Curse of La Llorona. I enjoyed it. I remember when I first watched it, I thought this is a very well made film. I thought it was pretty good at first. But when I watched it the second time and the third time and stuff, I thought it just wasn't that great of a film. But it's way better and way more entertaining than Curse of La Llorona. The Nun, cool film. It ain't perfect though. The Conjuring 1 and 2 is probably always going to be the best ones, unless The Conjuring 3 outshadows it. Coming in at my number 2 is the Child's Play franchise. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Child's Play franchise, like the Chucky franchise. Chucky's one of my favorite horror icons next to Michael Myers, so I love Chucky movies to death. Now, we're going to start off by showing these three different cases, different Chucky movies. I had to add it to my collection because it looks so cool. I love that cover, and I love this cover and stuff. Child's Play 2 and Bride of Chucky had some cool, you know, glow in the dark art on there, and I thought it looked pretty cool. Then I got the 6 movie collection, which just comes with Child's Play 1 through 6. So this is a good box set. I actually enjoy these movies. The only one I really don't like is Seed of Chucky. That's the only one in the franchise of Child's Play I really do not like. But other than that, all the films are great movies. And you got Cult of Chucky, which is the reviews are mixed on it. I love this film. The gore is on point. This is probably by far the goriest one out of all the Chucky movies. And then I loved how it takes place in a mental institution. And you got 3 Chucky dolls that come to life. I thought that was pretty cool. That was a little different. I love that. And I didn't mind the look of the way Chucky looked either. And I thought the story was pretty cool. I like the twists and turns that you didn't see coming in the film. Cult of Chucky is not a bad movie in my opinion. You know, yes, they could have did something better, you know, to make it better. They could have did something a little better, but yeah, I still don't think it's a bad Chucky movie. Cult of Chucky is pretty cool. Yeah, so this is my Chucky collection. Love these Chucky movies. And that's probably the first horror franchise that I watched. Now, coming in at number 1, this shouldn't be surprising anybody. Coming in at my number 1 is the Halloween franchise. How can you not love the Halloween franchise? The original Halloween is always going to be a straight up classic horror slasher. Like, this is what started the horror craze right now. Like, this is what made horror films big, you know, huge, was the original Halloween. Then you got Halloween, the original Halloween 2. Great film. Then you got Halloween 3. This movie is not that great of a film. It really ain't. Like, not just because Michael Myers ain't in it, but that too. But the thing is, the movie's just boring all the way around, you know. I didn't like it. They could have done better with the film. You got Halloween 4 and Halloween 5. Which Halloween 4 is one of my personal favorites. I love Halloween 4. Halloween 5, they got some stuff that's good in it. But I don't think Halloween 5 is as bad as anybody makes it out to be. But there are some things that, there are some scenes that I actually like. You know what? This seems pretty cool, you know? So yeah, Halloween 5. Halloween 4 and Halloween 5. And then you got this 3 DVD collection, which just comes with Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, and Halloween The Curse of Michael Myers. Which Halloween The Curse of Michael Myers is Halloween 6. You know, but yeah, Halloween The Curse of Michael Myers. That film was brutal as hell. Halloween Resurrection was dog shit. You know, they do have some good kills in it, but it is dog shit. Halloween H2O, I loved it. I actually enjoyed the film. A lot of people, well, you do got a good fan base for it now, but I enjoy Halloween H2O quite a bit. Then you got Rob Zombie's first remake of Halloween. Now, this film is very brutal. Very brutal. I love the brutality in this film. This film was brutal, and then you learn about Michael Myers' childhood in this film. A lot of people don't like that. I thought that you gotta do something a little different. You can't do beat by beat the same as the original, you know. So Rob Zombie wanted to go in a different direction, so we did. So yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween. Now next, Halloween 2. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Second remake. Now, there are some good scenes in it. Kind of like Halloween 5, there are some redeeming qualities in this film. The first few minutes of the film, the first 15 minutes were scary as hell. I remember seeing that theater creep the fuck out at the first few minutes of the film. That's how good it was. I wish they would have kept that tone through the whole movie, but they didn't. They went some weird damn directions. Rob Zombie went some weird directions in this film. But the first few minutes were scary as hell. And then I also like that scene where these other rednecks were beating the shit out of Michael Myers, and Michael Myers got up and got pissed off and killed them, stabbed the shit out of them. So that's another good scene. And the soundtrack in this film, there wasn't really an original soundtrack for Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. That's a negative right there. And I didn't like all that shit about the white horse and shit, and I didn't like the ending. The ending was stupid. But yeah, there are some redeeming qualities in the film, though. You know, I can probably put it in and enjoy it again. Now we get to Halloween 2018, which is one of my all-time favorite Halloween films. John Carpenter went back to do the music for the film. It was a great film. This film has some great kills. The master's great. I don't got no negatives in this film. Some people might have negatives in it, but I don't have no negatives in this film. I cannot wait for Halloween Kills. Hopefully Halloween Kills does not get pushed back, because I need to see that film. Halloween 2018, great film. So yeah, this is my top 5 horror franchises. My top 5 favorite horror franchises. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video, and I'm out. I hope everybody stays safe out there, and peace out. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.